teacups, what's brewing? Welcome back to the channel. Chantal has put a couple of vlogs up, although she's got, I believe this one's on her couple channel. So if you remember the Visa show that she registered as a business in Canada, well, she's repurposed that channel now to be Saleh and Chantal. So that's her long-awaited couples channel that she has wanted since, God, how long? She wanted BB on a couples channel even. Now, there are a few implications for changing the purpose of this channel because this is the channel that she registered as a business, as a sole trader. And supposedly it was entirely separate from her as an individual for, you know, tax reasons and for YouTube reasons as well, because this was around the time when her channel initially got banned. So it definitely wasn't evading banning, you guys, and all of that. So I'm not sure what the long-term implications of her changing the purpose, and I'm guessing, it is a guess, I don't have proof, but guessing not informing the tax man because, yeah, what's going on there? We'll see what happens there. And as much as we see anything happen with the fact that she hasn't paid taxes in 3 years, but theoretically there would be consequences. She'd at very least have to deregister it. But she had the most subscribers already moved over there, so I'm guessing that's why she chose this channel. And we've got a little walkthrough of Kuwait. Very bland vlog. I'm going to just preface everything with that. Very bland, but we'll get into some details of that when we go through. Let's just get started for the moment. I see she's really committed to the driving portion of her vlogs because, frankly, what else is she going to do? But she says that it's around 5:45 in a second, so she's out quite early. You can see the sun. It is technically dark, but it looks, and it could just be the light pollution from the buildings. It looks like it's only just gotten dark. This would tie in with prayer time. There's one around like sunset, and then there's a night prayer around, I looked it up, hang on, I think around 6:30. I'll put the prayer times up. Prayer times vary from place to place slightly because it's to do with like the sighting of the moon and stuff like that. So it's going to be around 6:30. She has the next prayer time.
Hello guys, and welcome to Marina Beach.
Hey guys, welcome to Marina Beach. We're just gonna do a little walk in the evening like we like to do. It's 4:45 p.m. here. It gets dark very early.
It does seem quite early.
Playing basketball here. A lot of people playing. Let's go challenge them for a game.
Please do, I'd love to see it.
Look at my face. It's a little dewy. Very humid tonight.
I sympathize with the humidity because no one told me. In Saudi Arabia, humidity, not really a problem. In Oman, punches you in the face. This is driving me crazy. Sorry guys, I'm going to be messing with this. Just punches you in the face the moment you enter the country. Boom, there we are. And I just wasn't prepared when I moved here. I just wasn't prepared. I thought anew. I thought my experience would be enough to figure out about where we were with that. No, humidity's a thing here. And they're quite close to the water, so I'm guessing it would be a thing for them as well. But I love it. I'm quite dewy. Honey, you're sweating. It's fine. We all sweat, but you're sweating.
Very humid.
You're always cute and sweet.
Really?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can we talk a little bit? Okay, it's a bland vlog, but the interactions they have are so stilted. And even though he's saying the right thing, he's saying his lines, yeah? You're so cute and sweet. Jesus Christ. You're so cute and sweet. And it's the right thing to say, if a little bit, really? Sounds like you're talking to a child. But he's saying it directly into the camera like he's tried to memorize it for a third grade play. And then she's like, oh, really? What a surprise you've said that. it's a really strange dynamic in that the two of them don't really know each other that well. Yeah, they didn't really talk for long enough before this happened to know each other that well. And so there's a strange combination of performances happening here. We've got the performance of them together for the audience, because whatever his motivations, I still believe it's a scam, whatever his motivations though, him presenting as a happy couple is obviously beneficial to him because he's choosing to do it. And this whole trip, I think, was meant to convince her, no, look, my love, it's real, and then move on to the next phase whenever they move on from it, when then she gets bored of Kuwait, I suppose. So he's performing for us for his own reasons. And he's performing for her because he wants her to stay convinced that he loves her. And she's very easily convincible. So these moments, oh, look, really? Oh, that's so unprompted. Look, guys, it's real. They matter to her, even though they look very transparent to the people watching. And then we've got her performing for both him and us, because the Chantal we've had in Kuwait so far is not the real Chantal. Now, yes, she has had lives with him where he's told people to go kill themselves and things like that, because they've said he was boring. Now, there's been an argument that he's been more in the gamer communities, and apparently that vernacular is more okay there because it's not meant as serious, it's meant as an insult. But regardless of the motivations there, he's clearly capable of being like, yeah, screw you guys. And he knows that she wants to say that, even as he prevents her with little nudges and little things from saying it. So I don't know if he just considers it more acceptable from him, or if he just wants to be in control of what's happening there. I don't know where that line is. But it's all leading to a really odd thing of a very, very bland vlog where everyone's saying their lines. It's a poorly performed play, because she can't be herself in the sense of, think of the Chantal from the last year, sitting half naked, dirty, insulting people. Yes, she's raged a little since Kuwait, but the really going low stuff, because her default is to go low when she's angry. We've seen her rage in comments, but she goes low when she's talking about people. She says you shouldn't go for family. She says, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, but she will do it every time. She won't just call a woman ugly. She'll call a woman old and dried up with a stinky vagina. Like, anything insulting she can grab onto, she'll go there immediately, because she doesn't really have the, I don't even want to say the thinking power, because she doesn't have the patience, and she doesn't have the separation of reason and emotion to be able to come up with an insult that would be equally cutting but less obvious. If that makes sense, if you know what I mean by that. Her emotions rule her, and so the best she can go is, oh, stinky head. That's why it sounds quite childish, because she can't move past that. She can't be like, I am angry, I am seething, and I am going to cut you down. She doesn't have the thought length for that, because it's all an immediate reaction. And I'm trying to basically say this without calling her stupid. That's why this is being quite awkward for me, because I don't think it's an intelligence thing. I think it's a quickness of emotion thing. And so I'm trying not to be like, God, she's too stupid for this. That's not what I mean. So yeah, to go back to the video, which, sorry, that was quite the sidebar I took you on. At some point in these three performances we're seeing, something is not clicking. There is zero chemistry here. And everyone's got their own motivations for acting the way they're acting, but no one's particularly convincing anyone else. But she is still in love, and that makes her the most easy to manipulate.
So one thing I like about these parks in Kuwait, the beaches, there's a lot of places to sit, as you can see. Little private areas where you can just sit with friends and things, because there's a lot of family outings here.
Yeah, there aren't very many. If you consider the things that are less acceptable in Middle Eastern countries, like there are bars, but there aren't alcohol, if that makes sense. So you might go to a hotel. Malls are a really big thing, going out to parks, and In Jeddah, where I was last time, there was a Corniche that went right across the edge of the beach that you could go. But yeah, it's more for families, and there are like smoke shops, smoke cafes you can go to and things like that. But social gatherings, they're just constructed a little bit differently in some ways in terms of public ones. And it is incredibly hot there. So you're going to have a lot of like places with shade built into things, because otherwise you'd just be exposed to the sun all the time. It's kind of nice. I've noticed in her vlogs that when we saw the city driving, it was very grey, which is quite normal, but they have at least developed greener areas. And that's one of the nice things about kind of being closer to the sea. And with her being kind of in the center of everything, it's had more investment for that. I was really surprised when I came to Oman that how green it was and how much effort they put into that, because I found there were parts of Saudi that they'd obviously made an effort to do that, but it was less so, and this is quite nice.
Some people also just chill on the grass, lay out a blanket. That's where we had a barbecue on the beach, on the grass. It was actually quite peaceful. Still have my Skechers.
Sorry. I wonder if she got a permit for that barbecue, or if she needs to for Kuwait. There was a thing in the news here in Oman recently where they were cracking down on people being able to do that without permission, because people were burying like the hot coal stuff to try and be safe, so not to have fires, I guess, but they weren't burying them well enough, and so you'd have this really hot stuff that was quite close to the surface, and then people were getting hurt because they stepped on them. So she said that, and it just triggered a thought. Like, I'm not accusing her of anything, but I don't know what the laws are there.
Under my abaya.
Same Skechers, by the way.
Oh, we have matching Skechers.
Here's a
Matching
blue.
Skechers.
Here's a blue. Yours are just dirty. I suppose they're the same style.
But yours are newer.
I know Skechers are a bit laughable, but I tell you now, there's nothing more comfortable for teaching when you're on your feet. I bought some the other day. I wear them anyway. I wear them anyway, but I bought some new ones. They're actually, I've got to go to the front and collect my parcel. She is so much shorter than him. Just a little head bobbing over.
You're so tall. But I keep thinking, why are there so many kids out at night? But it's like only 4:45, so it feels like nighttime. There's so many stray cats here. What are you doing?
He's trying to go to the bathroom.
Are you using the litter box?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know if it's doing. Oh yeah, it's definitely doing.
Question, why did she leave this in? Why not just cut to where the cat's walking away and she's like, dude, come love me, let me love you. Why did she leave this in? We didn't need to see it. The stray cats do make me a little bit sad though. I was assuming in Saudi Arabia, on the compound I was living on, we had a problem with stray cats, and the vet there used to periodically round them up and spay them, but there were a ton, because unfortunately sometimes people are assholes and they would take in a cat, or they would have a cat, but then when they travel, it's actually very expensive and takes a lot of time and takes a lot of organization to move a cat with you. And some people do it when they're responsible, or they find a nice new home for them if they can't deal with the traveling over, because there's different rules in place, and it does take quite a lot. But a lot of people just dump them and then they become strays. And so you had a few houses like feeding them, the vet would put food out for them, but we'd have packs of like kittens, and the problem, they just want love. They'd run up to you and be like, and you'd pet them and stuff, but then they'd want to go home with you. And I can distinctly remember once I was coming back from the supermarket, and you come out the supermarket, there's a car park, and there's like a straight line before you turn down to the back of the compound where I was living. And I had a pack of 4 kittens chase me down the road once. And because they're trying to rub against your ankles, they're just there basically to try and trip you. And I'm like, dude, I got nothing for you. Because to be honest, if I knew I was staying, I probably would have taken one of them in by now. I'm not a massive pet person, but some of them, my God, some of them they wanted love so badly. And I just wanted to take one in, but there's no way I could travel. I don't want to be one of those people, so I don't. But I realize this is probably, again, a story you don't need, but stray cats everywhere in Saudi Arabia and in Oman as well. Like, less so on the grounds of the school. They've just bought a new law in, if you have a pet, you have to register it. Cats and dogs specifically. I don't know about the other pets, I don't think so. And I think it's in an effort to cut down people who just kind of abandon their pets. So I'm hoping that will help.
Oh yeah, it's definitely doing that. I'm not even interested in you. Hey. Excuse me.
Nope.
I have food.
No, you don't.
I have tuna.
I hope that's not true because that's a weird thing to carry around, but he doesn't believe her any more than we believe her.
No? I lost Sala somewhere, so I'm just gonna wait for him here.
She didn't lose him. He comes back in a minute with coffee. She's been a bit dramatic. I think she just needed to sit down and was like, please go.
Habibi. I'm all alone. I'm about to drink this entire bottle of water.
Side note, not much for the acting, but I like her eye makeup here.
How are you doing?
Hey guys, how are you doing?
How are you doing,
I
honey?
miss you so much.
Yep, say it to the camera, dude. It's us you convincing, not her.
We do miss you guys. We hope you're enjoying our videos, right?
Oh, he looks
Yes,
uncomfortable.
And now the Turkish coffee time.
Yes, I'm gonna try the Turkish coffee.
Okay.
It's very thick looking.
I don't understand her confusion here. Okay, shook my table, sorry. I am sure, and I am going to go find a picture because I am sure in one of her vlogs since she's been there, the first or the second one, she got a cup of Turkish coffee and she ended her vlog on that shot. She said it had cardamom in. Because I was like, oh, is this the end? You just stop in there. And so she has tried Turkish coffee before. This is not a surprise to her. Why she's acting all brand new, I don't know. She tried it for a vlog before. But again, she's just trying to recycle content. The reason Turkish coffee looks so thick is because it's a really finely milled coffee. So it gets milled down to like kind of a flour consistent, well, maybe not quite flour, but a very, very fine consistency. Very powdery, and then you pour the water into it and it stays in the water. So it looks kind of sludgy because it's kind of sludgy. The coffee's still in there, but it's very, very strong. It's sometimes flavored with cardamom and other things, but not my personal favorite. I like coffee, but I don't like it. I like the caffeine in coffee. I don't like it to punch me in the face too much. I tend to have milk-based drinks rather than just straight coffee. And this is quite a lot. Like, it feels like you could stand a spoon up in it a little bit. But if you like coffee, it's worth a try. There's a reason it comes in the smaller cups usually. Well, let's act surprised about how it tastes. Come on.
How do you think?
Oh wow,
Such a surprise.
very interesting. It's
Interesting. Strong. It's very strong.
almost gritty.
Not
like
for
the
everyone.
coffee grounds are still in it.
It's such a surprise to me. I've never tried this. I can't believe there are grounds in it. I'm acting better with the thin air over here.
It's very thick, very concentrated, but so good and hot. Oh my gosh, that's delicious. Yeah.
There's no such thing as an iced Turkish coffee as far as I'm aware. Maybe I'm wrong, but because it's still got the grounds in, I don't think you could mix it easily. I've not seen it iced, but she just said how hot it is. It's an odd choice.
We're enjoying the nice weather here in Marina Beach.
Do you remember your
So
lines?
nice. With my perfect wife.
She is perfect. She is my perfect wife, Chantal from Canada. We are in love.
Perfect husband. Cheers.
This is so awkward.
Enjoy it, honey.
That was the correct response. Enjoy it, honey. I don't. If I'm wrong and they're going for citizenship, my God, this is a bad example of a loving couple. And if I'm right and they're not, then I don't know what he thinks this achieves. But I suppose it's literally just to play up to whatever she wants.
شكرا حبيبي.
عفوا.
He's so cute.
Oh, it's cute. No.
I know it may appear to people that I hate cats because I hate how she used to use her cats purely for content when she couldn't think of anything else, which is, I suppose, what she's doing here. But I do find cats quite cute.
Nothing. Wow.
Every day is a honeymoon here.
Paradise.
Someone was like, aren't you meant to be on your honeymoon instead of raging in reactors' comments? And she's like, who says I'm on my honeymoon? Every day is a honeymoon here. And I'm sitting here like, so you are on a honeymoon then? Like, which is it? You're not on a honeymoon or every day is a honeymoon? Like, come on now.
Marina is a restaurant there, and there's the palm trees.
Ooh,
around the beach.
that's a fancy restaurant.
Uh-oh. Don't hurt yourself.
It just fell on these stairs.
Obviously, ARL had a fall recently that she was very dramatic about. She doesn't appear hurt. So when she fell, I was just like, oof. But I do have a tiny bit of sympathy because those are buyers, man. The amount of times I've caught my front foot on the edge of the abaya is just, she seems to have tripped on a step and then gotten tangled up from what she's saying, but there's a couple of times where you've got to be super careful with your abaya. I've had times particularly like just getting it stuck in things, and she should watch out for this because in malls in the Middle East, you'll see particularly on escalators, imagine that for a minute, on escalators where at the top and the bottom of the escalator, one of the things it will specifically say is be careful of your abaya. And so you just have to be super careful it doesn't get caught and go into the mechanism because it's a very long garment. It could easily happen. I always used to have a problem with it on, I had an office chair and the office chair has wheels. And when you wheel yourself over and then the abaya gets caught in the wheel and you're just like, oh shit, you have to like pull it out and try not to tear it. So it is basically trying to kill you at all times, but you know, also be careful, Foodie. I don't think you can withstand a big fall.
But I'm okay. I have a soft landing.
Can't believe she's fat shaming herself.
Oh, cool. You want to try it?
No, thank you. This is a skate park.
You can rent a bike?
Yes. You can ride a bike here, but you have to be professional.
Oh.
Otherwise, you will be rest in peace.
Like I just almost rest in peace when I fell on my face.
Look at that view.
Oh my gosh.
Kuwait City.
Kuwait City.
There.
Oh my gosh.
It's a pretty view, but it's the same view we've seen like 3 times now. She's always like, oh my gosh, you showed me something, it's amazing. Here's the thing, a lot of the time there isn't a lot to see. You'll have an area that's been designed for people to come to, but the problem she's gonna have with a lot of her vlogs is there isn't much variety in what you can do, and that's what I mean by like malls being a big part of the social scene, beaches being a big part of the social scene. There isn't a huge amount, and so we're gonna see repeats of this.
That's gorgeous. I want to play in the sand. I feel wired on Turkish coffee.
The Turkish coffee she was very surprised to drink.
Well, I haven't needed to sit yet, which is good.
We saw you sitting 2 seconds ago.
And we came from...
I mean, sit as many times as you need, but we literally just saw you do it. Do you mean just on this part?
All the way around. Down there.
It's just empty. If she went out at 4:45, they must all be at prayer. Usually these places, you wait until after the last prayer, which is like an hour and a half, a couple of hours after the one that we heard at the beginning of this video. So after that, things really start to get busy. Like mostly, you know, once you hit sort of 7:30, 8 o'clock, the roads are going to be a little bit of a nightmare if you get in a taxi or anything, because malls are open until very late here. They're open till like midnight, 1 a.m. because it's traditional that it used to be in Saudi Arabia, at least, that the stores wouldn't open till 4, but then they'd stay open until late in the night because it was cooler and people could go out then and all the prayers had finished. Because when prayers started, I haven't actually been caught at a prayer time in a mall yet. I think you can still go in here, but in Saudi Arabia, I used to get kicked out of stores all the time. So if I had a basket full of stuff and the prayer time started, I had to put my basket behind the counter and come back after the prayer time was finished. And so there'd be 20, 30 minutes when you'd be in a mall and you just couldn't do anything.
Restaurant and cafe next time, okay?
Yeah.
We just ate at a Kuwaiti restaurant. Go check out our vlog link. It's in the description. I don't think it was in the description because I looked and there was a link to his channel, which now has like footage of a dust storm or something. So I don't know if he's going to develop his channel now, or there was a link to somewhere else, but I didn't see this link. But I skipped through the Kuwaiti restaurant and it didn't seem that interesting.
Sounds good to me. Please don't fall.
Please fall. Make it entertaining.
Wow. The waves crashing.
That teeny tiny area though. Like what's going on? You had the whole beach and you've gone to this teeny tiny area.
On the beach. This will definitely be a romantic dinner place.
Yes.
Wow.
Look at the two of them. Look at how they're interacting. Tell me if romance is the first thought in your mind.
So stay tuned for that, guys.
Stay tuned for your romance. I live for it.
Hi.
Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm too short.
No problem. It's okay, honey.
Beautiful night.
Is there any point to...
I hope you guys enjoy it.
She's just looking at him like, come on, say something. Dance, monkey.
Thank you for coming with us.
See, that's a beautiful stretch of beach. Why are you in the crappy end of it?
Such a nice view for walking. It's like a little jeep, sand jeep or something.
It's a quad
fancy
bike.
Restaurant. Stay
Sand Jeep. I'm not against the name. We might just change it to that.
tuned for that video. But it's like right on the beach. It's so gorgeous. We're gonna go check it out a little bit up this way. I've walked a lot, but I'm okay other than being sweaty. I don't feel tired. Marina waves.
This is a Japanese restaurant. It's called Maki.
Do you like Japanese food?
I didn't try it. That bowl with the rice and
Oh.
the chocolate. I didn't know.
Chocolate. Probably not chocolate, baby. Probably raw fish.
Sorry, did he just say he thought Japanese food was chocolate? Is that what I just heard? I'm just listening. I'm like, oh yeah, baby. Sorry, what? You tune back in. You're like, wait, did he just say that?
We have a sports store here.
Salty sports. That sounds like it should be something else.
Salty sports.
Oh, is this like for water sports? You have to have good balance to use one of these things, I'm guessing. It's like a motor and then it goes on the water.
I will pay reasonable money to see Foodie try one of those boards. I am here for it. I want this to happen.
Such a bicycle.
Yeah, I never seen a water bicycle. Nice. Manta 5.
It's a nice panoramic view. Get a bit closer, maybe.
Looks like more restaurant area up there.
This is the problem you sometimes have with these installations. They build in that there's store frontage for lots of different things, but it's a slow process to get people in. So even though there's a lot of space and it looks really nice, and usually the restaurants go in first, there isn't a lot of stuff there, which is why that Salty Sports, you saw it was a display, but it wasn't actually a store. They're using the space as an advertising thing. So it makes it hard sometimes because you're like, oh yeah, this is a beautiful spot, but there's nothing there.
This abaya and my other one, I love it because pockets, like huge pockets. Like I can fit my wallet in one, my phone, and then a whole bottle of water in the other one. So I'm forever sweating here. It's so humid right now, but it's nice near the water. These are coming close. Yeah.
The waves angry.
They're angry.
They look a little angry.
Wave season.
Waves season.
Public kiss.
Sorry, that was rude of me. Like it's so awkward. Look at his face. He was not impressed. He's like, no, get off me. These are the parameters of the deal.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you, honey. Sorry. Oh. Look, I'll do it back to her. Okay, no, look, lovely.
Thanks for the public kiss. Well, this is nice.
No, we're all over each other in private. Seriously, the chemistry is there. Can't you feel it?
Yes. Woo! The wave almost got me.
No, it's too far.
So this moment, one, it's nowhere near, but two, that mean, the wave almost got me. It felt so, how high school? You know, when you're just like, oh, protect me, the wave. And I'm like, honey, are you the Wicked Witch of the West? Are you gonna melt? Like, it's nowhere near you, but come on now.
There's long distance, honey.
Yeah, I know. It just like
Honey,
comes to here. Much of this.
why does it gross me out so much? Why? Tell me. He's not doing anything offensive. I just,
There.
Yeah.
cringe.
So here. So there's here and here, so you have good space for the safety side.
Hello. So, I hope you enjoyed this video of us walking around.
I don't know if I'd skip straight to enjoy necessarily, but we're here.
It's just something we like to do together. Gets me some exercise. It's healthy, and it's beautiful sceneries and beaches here. Like I could spend all evening here, and we do spend hours here. So thank you guys for watching us, and I hope you enjoyed this.
Have a nice day. See you.
Masalama. Bye.
Ma salama.
Here I was thinking we were going to get through without the music. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. I don't need another view of the skyline. So that's where we are. They're still very much committed to this performance, whatever is actually going on. Bets on how long Chantal's gonna last. We did see a little bit of exposure on the place he's living in right now, and it seems to be quite close quarters. It also seems like the married couple is not sharing certain space, like the bed, but speculation and shade. But I don't think there's a lot of space for them where they are right now. It seems to be a kind of like a bachelor or something. So either she's going to get bored of the lack of privacy there, because like I said, she's performing, but performing is exhausting. When you just can't relax because someone's there, it's exhausting. So how much of the real her is he seeing behind the scenes? Are they together all the time, or is he going out and she's by herself? Or is he with her all the time to check on what she's doing and what she's showing? We don't know. He doesn't appear to be working at the moment. He's taking a break between jobs. So yeah, I don't know how long she can maintain this. Going back to vlogs is making it easier for her because she only has to present on camera for a little bit, so then she can focus on the performance she's giving him instead of having to split her attention. But I don't see this lasting 3 months. I just don't. Also, with YouTube paying her in the next few days, she's going to start to see the impact on her earnings pretty soon because she's not uploading very frequently at all. And there's limited interest in what she's uploading. There's the sense of, oh my God, she's in Kuwait. But now that we've got there and the more extreme possibilities haven't happened, the question is now, okay, what's going to happen later? Because to me, the interest is going to be when she goes back to Canada, whether he's with her or whether he's not, how this relationship continues. Because clearly he's committed to the act for the moment while she's there. And so this is going to be boring. And is she going to be there the full 3 months? Is she going to miss everyone and go home? Is she going to have suddenly things she needs to do in Canada? We will see, but I don't think she's going to be able to do the whole trip. All right, everybody, I'm going to leave you there and I will see you next time, and let me know your thoughts below. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.